Well, looks like we got even more censorship coming from Shadow and Sonic Generation. If you guys don't know, there's a remaster of Sonic Generation. That game was a celebration of the whole franchise. It had both 3D and 2D Sonic, and it was just a fun game. It's my personal favorite Sonic game. But of course, we live in the modern day where the Japanese think that Americans are gay. Well, a lot of Americans are nowadays, unfortunately, but they ruin their characters and they censor things in their game. We see Capcom doing this, and we see Square Enix doing this, and Sega is doing this as well. And this is about Amy Rose, the character whose entire personality revolves around simping for Sonic. She is obsessed with him. He doesn't have feelings for her, but she has feelings for him. And we have some excerpts to look at. This is the character bio for the game. This is from the original game. We'll look at the new version, the censored version after this one. This one says, Amy Rose, a young, cheerful girl hedgehog. Amy can be a bit obsessed about chasing Sonic. She even claims to be his girlfriend. She's an energetic go-getter who lets nothing get in her way. Now, if you're a normal human being and know of this character, you would say there's literally nothing wrong with that excerpt. That sounds like Amy Rose. That's her literal entire personality, obsessing and crushing over Sonic. So what's there to get mad at? Why would you want to change it if this perfectly describes the character? Well, we got some nasty bitches that are behind a lot of localizations and translations nowadays. They change shit that they find offensive, both in video games and in anime dubs, to the point where it literally sounds like the character is completely different. These idiots don't realize that changing words and translations can change entire canon of storylines and continuity. But they don't give a fuck, because women do not care about this shit. Yes, I am assuming women, because who else? And I have the censored version from the remaster right here. And it says, a cheerful girl who loves to help others. Sonic inspired her to be her very best. She's an energetic go-getter with the help of her Pico hammer and fortune cards. Nothing gets in her way. You can see the obvious part that was taken out. Her obsessing over Sonic and being in love with Sonic and simping for Sonic. Why do these bitches get offended by that, you ask? Because these women are miserable. They hate that women want to actually be with men. That's what a lot of feminists don't like. They want women to work up the corporate ladder and get 6 figures, and you don't need no man. You don't need to get married. And what happens after that? These women get to their 40 years old, they're dry, recycled menopause, and they end up being regretful because they didn't have any kids or marriage, and now they're all alone with what? Your fucking Netflix, your Real Housewives, or whatever shows you women watch nowadays, the Great British Bake Off, and all you got is a fucking bottle of wine and some cigarettes, and you all alone. Nobody loves you, nobody cares about you. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't understand the idea of just not wanting to be with a man when humans are social creatures. Men want to be with women and women want to be with men. That is called normal. But people are not fucking normal nowadays. So apparently it's weird now to just be natural. And what is natural? Being attracted to the opposite sex. But that's a bad thing now. It's bad. It's bad for a woman to actually want to find a great man that she can spend the rest of her life with, raise a beautiful family, grow together in a long happy marriage, actually want a man to take care of her. That is seen as bad now by these obese, leftover, feminist bitches. You are an enemy now to these women. If you're a woman that actually wants to be with a man, which is pretty normal, but misery loves company. If other people are miserable, they want to make you miserable because they don't want to be jealous of you. And I'm just gonna automatically assume it's a woman because this is a big problem with the anime space as well. And there's other games that have been changed due to localizations to the point where the whole scene is completely different. There's plenty of examples. You can look it up online. So this isn't even a new thing. But it gets even worse. This character bio for this character, Amy Rose, was not the only thing that they changed. They changed an entire fucking scene. Yes, an entire scene. They changed the animation and the things that are being said. And I have a picture to show you. This is a picture from the original game. Pretty typical stuff you see these characters do. Amy's obsessing over him. Sonic is like, not really interested. He's just being Sonic. He's not paying her any mind. He's just like, okay, I'm not interested. And that's the comedy of it. It's comedy. She's literally an obsessed teenage girl that wants a cute boy. That is the character. But again, we can't have that anymore. We can't have women wanting to actually be with a man. That's dangerous. That's anti-feminine. That's feeding the power of the patriarchy. Whatever these women want to say nowadays. And here's the new one. And there's some text on the screen with Sonic saying, you totally got me this time. I have no idea. Not sure exactly what he's referring to. I haven't played the original in a long time. But instead of Amy trying to get with them, grab them, she just has 2 cupcakes out of nowhere. Is there more context to why she's just carrying 2 cupcakes? I know it's his birthday. That's the whole story premise behind Generation. So maybe that's the case, whatever. It just still, it's an unnecessary and retarded change that didn't need to be changed in the first place. Amy loves Sonic. That's not a bad thing, but today and nowadays in the modern world, in a world of miserable depression, in a world of high anxiety, in a world of gender dynamics and division, we cannot have normal gender dynamics. The original scene was seen as bad, and this is why I fucking hate remasters. These people can't just take something and make it again. How hard is that? You're not doing anything new. Yes, this game has new content with Shadows, and I assume new levels to go along with it as well. Hopefully from Shadow the Hedgehog, underrated game, different conversation for a different day. But this is why I hate these remasters. Take a game, make it again. You purposely go out of your way and change and censorship because you want to talk about modern sensibilities. Nobody cares about modern sensibilities because nowadays everybody's a little bitch. Everybody's so weak and gay and pathetic and cry over everything and get offensive over everything. Just take the work of art that was already done and do it again. And I say this every time. The fans who are very passionate can do a better job. I'm not even just talking about Sonic, because Sonic games usually have a decent sized modding community. So hopefully they can fix this and bring the original cutscene back. It's probably just simple as swapping the audio or video file. Just take this new video file and get the one from the old game, because you can still buy the original Sonic Generations on Steam. So take the file from that game, put it in this new one. But anyway, a group of passionate fans can do a way better job than these fucking localizers nowadays, because people who are passionate about something will not butcher it, will not disrespect it, will not bastardize it, will not get offended by it, and will not say this needs to be changed because of the current day and the current landscape. Why would you want something to adapt to the current landscape? Why can't you enjoy the content regardless if it's old, but enjoy it as it is, because you got easily offended? And that is why I'm always going to be skeptical of remasters. Every single one I've seen so far in the last year or two, because this is common now, because all this industry does is remasters. They can't even make new games anymore. So you would think that that would be something to get excited for, because these industries made better games a decade ago when they had less time, less people, and less money. And now they have no one of talent working at all these big AAA studios, and gaming has been shit for over a decade. So you would think remasters would be a good concept in theory, but they can't do it anymore because they're too busy getting fucking offended to the point where they're changing a character's entire personality. Amy Rose's personality is being obsessed with Sonic, and you just drastically change it. And I just made a video talking about how Rouge the Bat was censored. They made her ugly. They ruined her ass. Go watch that video, click on the top right corner. And I had a bunch of retards in that comment section say, oh, it's no big deal. Why are you complaining? It's no big deal. You give them an inch, they take a fucking mile. And this is common with remasters nowadays. And this is why remasters suck. I don't trust any of these companies. I respect the modern community more than these fucking developers. So this is fucking annoying. This is unnecessary and pisses me off. It makes me not even feel like buying the game. If I do buy it, I'm buying the shit on a deep discount. I'm not buying it right away. I got other games to play. And I don't have much else to say. Sega and Sonic, go fuck yourself.